In Britain, the Vulcan Motor Company was proud to film the way their workers assembled cars, slowly and carefully by hand. Charles Hill started as a Vulcan apprentice when he was only 14. Craftsmen worked in their own way, at their own pace. The whole process took several weeks from start to finish. These handmade cars were so expensive that a wide gulf separated those who built them from those who bought them. But the days when cars were just luxuries for the rich were drawing to a close. In 1908, one man's vision would change manufacturing and create a new market. Henry Ford set out to make the simplest car ever. A car for rural America, a 20th century equivalent of the horse and buggy.
Henry Jones and a pretty little queen took a ride one day in his big limousine. The car kicked up and the engine wouldn't crank. There wasn't any gas in the gasoline tank. Just about that time along came Nord, and he rambled right along in his little old Ford. He stole that queen as his engine sang a song, and his little old Ford just rambled right along. His little old Ford rambled right along, and the little old Ford rambled right along. The gas ran out in the big machine, but the darned little Ford don't need gasoline. The big limousine had to back downhill, but the blamed little Ford is going up still. When it runs out of dope, just fill it up with soap, and the little Ford will ramble right along. Now they ran over glass and they ran over nails. They ran over pigs and puppy dogs' tails. They spotted a cop and shot out a sight. They rambled all day till almost night. They smashed up fences and telegraph poles, ran into ditches and deep chuck holes. They bumped into a preacher and the preacher took a ride. Then the Ford rambled on with Johnny and his bride. The little old Ford rambled right along, and the little old Ford rambled right along. He swung around the corner and he ran into a mule, and the darned old donkey kicked like a fool. He brayed and he balked and he kicked the wheels, but he had to quit kicking to save his heels. When she blows out a tire, just wrap it up with wire, and the little Ford will ramble right along. You can smash the top and smash up the seat, twist it out of shape till both ends meet. Smash the body and rip out a gear, smash up the front and smash up the rear. Bend up the fender and rip off the tires, break up the lamps and cut out the wires. Throw in the clutch to the dickens with the juice, and the little old Ford will go to beat the juice. The little old Ford, it rambled right along, and the little old Ford, it rambled right along. Now cut that out, you naughty tease. 'Tis a left-hand drive and a right-hand squeeze. Patch it up with a piece of string, chewing gum, or any old thing. When the power gets sick, just hit it with a brick, and the little Ford will ramble right along.
Ain't she great? She's something you'll appreciate. I'm sure you understand just what I mean. Why, everybody, everywhere is falling for her now. I'm talking about the new Ford, and boy, she's sure a wow. Lay off, people, lay off, folks. None of your sarcastic jokes. Henry's made a lady out of Lizzie. Da-da-da-da-da-da. No more bruises, no more aches. Now she's got those four-wheel brakes. Henry's made a lady out of Lizzie. Ah, she's even got a rumble seat and lots of silent class. The horn just seems to holler out, toot toot, they shall not pass. The Lincoln cars just yell out loud, they are mighty, mighty proud. Henry's made a lady out of Lizzie. To stop for each and every traffic cop. Henry's made a lady out of Lizzie. Not a rattle, not a bit. Lizzie now has lots of it. Henry's made a lady out of Lizzie. There's everything inside her now except a kitchen sink, a mirror, and a powder puff, and a shower bath, I think. They used to keep her with a cow, but gee, you ought to see her now. Henry's made a lady out of Lizzie. Chug, 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 chug.
Do you all see what I see? Henry Ford's assembled us a Model T. Let's take a drive down American history, learn more about this Tin Lizzie. Ford's dream was to mass produce an affordable car for everyday use. And after many tries and a few false starts, he organized a way to assemble the parts.
Lay off, folks, none of your sarcastic jokes. Henry's made a lady out of Lizzie. No more bruises, no more aches. Now she's got those four-wheel brakes. Henry's made a lady out of Lizzie. She's even got a dicky seat and lots of style and class. Her horn just seems to holler out, toot toot, they shall not pass. The Lincoln cars just yell out loud, they are mighty, mighty proud. Henry's made a lady out of Lizzie.
Oh, you folks listen to what I say about a new Ford called a Model A. Old John Henry knew his biz when he said, I'm gonna make a lady out of Liz. Billy bought one just the other day. He went to try it out on the new highway. When he got to speed, he really lost his nerve and forgot to shut it off when he went around the curve. With a speeding meter sitting on 72. Looked along the road, couldn't hear the Billy shout. The darn thing is singing and I can't get it out. That's big enough for two. When you take one to ride, she will greet you with a smile, and she'll want to stop and kiss you every time you go a mile. I will give you all a tip. Drive an old Ford, cause it's fun to make a trip. But if you go to torment, drive a Model A. Cause it out around the devil and you're bound to get away.
Ford built tanks for the Nazis, and the Nazis used those tanks to gun down lots of soldiers in the U.S. Army ranks. Yes, Henry Ford was a fascist, and a nasty one was he. He built tanks for anyone for the proper fee. Henry Ford spoke to his lackeys, and he said, "Isn't this great? We'll attack our enemies and we'll retaliate." Yes, Henry Ford was a fascist and a cunning liar too. A brown shirt with a swastika draped in red, white, and blue. Henry Ford spoke to his workers and he said, "You dare not strike. You must be patriotic and take on my Third Reich." Yes, Henry Ford was a fascist and he had not a care about the dying soldiers that made him a billionaire. Ford built tanks for the Nazis, and he built many more to gun down lots of peasants in Peru and Salvador. Yes, Henry Ford was a fascist, I heard that when he died. The last words to leave his lips was "Arbeit macht frei." Yes, the dollar was his icon on whichever shore, and Henry's only motto was make money and make war. Yes, Henry Ford was a fascist, That's all I have to say. I will spit on Henry's rotting grave until my dying day. Yes, Henry Ford was a fascist, that's all I have to say. I will spit on Henry's rotting grave until my dying day.
Just bought me a great long ticket. I'm gonna use it at 4 p.m. So you can call your secret love and tell the news to him. You thought your little romance was on the strict QT. So if you want your freedom PDQ, divorce me COD. I won't be round to hear you cry. I'm Texas bound, and by you can reach me down in Dallas, general delivery. So if you want your freedom PDQ, divorce me COD. There's gonna come a day, gal, when you'll be feeling blue. You'll find that you can't pay your bills with a little old IOU. That dynamite you're messing with may be TNT. So if you want your freedom PDQ, divorce me COD. No need to fall down on your knees, 'cause I know all my ABCs. I ain't no college professor, I ain't got no PhD. But if you want your freedom PDQ, divorce me COD. I won't be around to hear you cry. I'm Texas bound, and by you can reach me down in Dallas, general delivery. So if you want your freedom PDQ, divorce me COD.